Hey everybody, Jimmy from the Gaming Gadget Grader reviewing the Feiyu SPG, the smartphone gimbal. That's what SPG stands for. So this is a 3-axis stabilizing gimbal made for your smartphones. We reviewed using an iPhone 6 Plus. So here that is right there. So it's one of the bigger phones on the market, so you know that it works with a larger phone. So first, when you open the box, you get this nice carrying case. This is a really great feature to have this because this case kind of keeps everything protected. As you know, there's a motor and a lot of pieces that can grab or snag in bags, but it fits perfectly in that little bag. So here it is. Here's the SPG, the smartphone gimbal. So just a quick little trip around the device. So here's the mounting bracket where your phone will go. Slides right in there. We'll do that in a second. So here's two of the motor and the counterbalance here. You can make some adjustments there to make sure your phone sits nice. And then here's the pole where all the controls are on it. So just looking real quick, this is a joystick right here. So you can use this almost video game-like to control the gimbal, move it left, right, up, down. Here's the power button, record button that works through the Feiyu app. Here's a little micro USB plug to charge it. Here in the bottom, it's threaded. If you see there real close, I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's threaded. Threaded there, and also threaded, you can see maybe right there, so they can attach onto tripods, or it can attach onto tripods or monopods, just to give you a little extra functionality, or even maybe an extension pole to give you maybe a little more length. The battery is in here. It looks like a giant AA battery. When you open the box originally, this is outside of the gimbal, so you'll need to put it in. Rechargeable, it charges through the micro USB port or plug that we mentioned. That's right here. All right, so let's put the phone in the gimbal now. So come in at an angle, kind of push up and pull down here on the bottom. And then you want to slide almost to the end there, so it's almost touching that piece right there, right? So then what you want to do is you want to give the gimbal a little bit of help. So see how it's kind of drooping down right there? It is not balanced at all. So from here, what you can do is loosen up this piece here and kind of manually counterbalance it until it just has a little bit of a droop to it. So there you see it's just slightly off. And you'll just tighten it back up. And then when you power it back up, holding down the power button here, you'll see that it's holding in place much easier. So there's just kind of a quick little look there of how it works. So there's a couple modes with this device. So as you see here, I'm turning my wrist. This is the pan and tilt mode. There's a little bit of a lag to it. Not my favorite mode, as you'll see in some of this video here we took at the zoo. This will take your movement with your hand and will turn the gimbal for you as you kind of rotate your wrist left and right. There's a little bit of lag to this, and if you get moving and it starts to kind of get out of control, this takes the most getting used to, in my opinion, this pan and tilt mode. It is nice if you can get to work it, but my favorite to work and to use is the joystick. So the joystick will allow you to turn the camera up and down. So see, I'm turning it there. This gave us the best control of the gimbal, smoothest motion, most predictable movement, and it's my favorite to work is with the joystick. I think it just makes the most sense. So if you really need a shot, you know, this is getting really professional with it, but if you really need to follow something that's moving pretty quickly, or you need to get the right movement, this joystick's a little more approachable, I think, than maybe the pan and tilt mode can be sometimes. Because see, sometimes it will just jerk itself, maybe a little bit delayed, and you weren't expecting it. So I recommend using the joystick. It's completely up to you. I'm glad actually that it has both features. Another cool thing that it'll do, and this is for you selfie fans out there, is if you hit the power button, the function button 3 times, it'll turn around and it will give you either front-facing camera, or basically it'll flip the camera around so you can film yourself then with the gimbal. The one thing we didn't get to use too much was the Feiyu app. And the Feiyu app, the big benefit there is it kind of unlocks this record button, and it works with the app. The record button does not work with the phone software. It works with the app software. Obviously, you just hit record on the screen when you want to record or take a picture. That's what we did for the review, but the app allows that functionality. It also has a really cool face tracking function that you tap a face and then the gimbal will follow that subject and track them and track their movements. Again, I don't know exactly how well it works. We didn't end up using that feature. We used everything through the joystick. We really love adding the functionality to our family trips or sporting events or going on vacations. It's really something you want to pack because it just makes all that photography and videography you want from those trips even better. You use the phone so much to capture moments and capture life that you want it to be stable and secure. And here's something that will really give you that smooth, almost cinematography look right out of your camera phone. And for $160, it's really not that expensive. There are a lot of these on the market, but boy, this is a really, really secure, safe, stable, well-built, lightweight gimbal for your phone. As you can see from the clips, it just makes everything better. Smoother, easier to use. You know, when you have a camera phone, it is your first instinct to pull it out and use it to take pictures and shoot video, but often it's shaky and it's just not stable. And I think this is a really great thing to carry with you when you have family vacations, trips, sporting events, plays. It just really makes everything more dynamic with your camera phone if that's your source of video. You know, as a video snob myself, I think having a gimbal and having that motion, having everything be steady, it just makes your family movies that much better. The battery lasts about 8 hours and it charges through a micro USB. The cable, though, is not included. So that means you could take it with you pretty much for an entire day out and about. Think vacations, trips with the family, stuff around town, things where your camera phone and the video you take there is going to be your sole memory. It just allows everything to look much, much nicer, much smoother, and it's not hard to travel with. The carrying case fits nicely in a bag, it breaks down, folds down easy, and it's easy to pull out and set up pretty quickly. So for $160, I think it's a great addition to your camera phone video. It's not very expensive, it's lightweight, easy to carry around, lasts long, and it will just make your camera phone video that much better. We'll leave you with some more video that we've taken with the SPG, but we really, really enjoyed it. And thanks for watching the Gaming Gadget Grader.